This is a yoga class to feel safe, secure, and loved. So you might have a lot of changes going on in your life right now. Maybe there's uncertainty, or maybe you just have a general layer of anxiety that you might be moving through life with. And we're going to breathe and move through all of that today, safely and lovingly on the mat. I'm Kate, and if we have practiced together before, then welcome back. It means a lot that you're here again. And if you are a new friend tuning in for the first time, then this is a really special class to move through together. And there are more healing and meditative classes like this one in the description below, so make sure you check that out after this class. Now, make sure you're wearing something comfortable for today's class. Have any props that you normally practice with, and let's really sweetly get started. All right, sweet friends. So before we get started with any movement or intentional breathing, take a moment to set the stage for your practice. So maybe you light a candle or some incense, maybe you tidy up a little bit, or I have my essential oil here. For practices like this, I like to use a grounding essential oil, so like a eucalyptus, cedar, something really earthy. You can drop a few drops on your mat or put them in the palm of your hand, emulsify them, and take a big inhale. Beautiful. Now we're going to get started with today's class in Supta Baddha Konasana. So on our back with our bottom of our feet together and our knees wide. And if this doesn't suit you today, then you can bring the bottom of your feet down to the mat, all the way as wide as the mat, and then your knees come together. So yogi's choice. But wherever you are, bring one hand to your navel, the other hand to your heart. Create a little bit more space with your spine, so maybe you walk your shoulder blades up a little bit. And let your body be heavy. So release your shoulders onto the mat. Let your hands and arms and legs relax. Maybe you gently close down the eyes and soften the forehead. Feel yourself fully supported by your mat, by the ground beneath you. Start to bring your attention to your breath. And you don't have to try hard, no forcing. Even just bringing your awareness to your breath will deepen it naturally. But maybe you start to elongate your inhales and elongate your exhales. Your hands expanding on your inhale. And releasing with an exhale. We'll take some breaths together through the count of 4. So exhale everything out. We'll do it together as a class. And then inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 4, 3, 2, 1. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 4, 3, 2, 1. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 4, 3, 2, 1. On your own. In, out, in, out. silently now. One more. Beautiful. If your knees are wide, then you can use your hands to help them back up. And we're going to inhale our knees into our chest. Maybe you wrap your arms around them, hug up in close. And even in this contracted, constricted posture, take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Maybe you hold your knees a little bit tighter. Maybe you even rock side to side, getting a little massage in the low back. Allow your breath to be healing for you. So imagine it an elixir of life as it comes in. Imagine with each breath you feel just a little bit better. Nice. And gently come up to an easy seat, however that looks for you. We'll sit up tall in our spine. And just take a moment here to orient yourself this way now. Feel your sit bones or your knees and your feet on the floor. Feel the weight of your hands on your thighs or your knees. And lift up through your spine. And we'll take some neck circles. So drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Nice and easy. And on your exhale, round it forward through your chest, center, and then to the right. So your right ear is by your right shoulder. And exhale forward to the left. Exhale forward to the right. And with your own breath here. So you never want to force or crunch here, always moving with a sense of sweetness, of kindness. We're working with our body, with our mind. And always breathing deeply to regulate our nervous system. And when our nervous system is calm, then we can find a easier sense of calmness throughout our entire body. And our body opens up for us, much like a flower blooming. We just have to give it the right conditions. And a great way to tap into that is our breath. So next time your right ear is by your right shoulder, hold there. Maybe lift your left ear up towards the sky, so you're really stretching through the left side of the neck. And then come to the other side and hold it here, so your left ear is by your left shoulder. Lift up through the neck so your right ear is a little bit higher towards the ceiling. Nice stretch. And then exhale, chin meets chest, and come up to center. We're going to bring our left hand to our right knee for a nice spinal twist. So inhale to a long spine, and on the exhale, twist and look up and over your right shoulder. Really breathing into the spinal twist. And then inhale through center, finding the long spine, and exhale, twisting to the other side, looking over our left shoulder. Never forcing it, just moving into available space. Beautiful. Come to center, extend your left leg, bring your right leg towards your inner thigh, and we're going to reach our right hand out, then up and over towards the left side of the room. So a nice side body stretch here. Make sure that your right hip is really grounded onto the mat. And you don't need to reach very far. It doesn't matter what the pose looks like. Feel into it. Let this be a nice side body stretch, but really grounded and healing. Inhale. Exhale. In. Out. In. See if you can soften the face this time. Out. Nice. Inhale, come up. Turn your chest towards your extended leg. We're going to inhale to a really long spine. And exhale, forward, fold. So remember to flex your foot back at your face. It's going to bring the stretch down through your calf and your Achilles tendon. And let this be really grounding. Let yourself sink in with each exhale. No forcing here, moving with a sense of kindness. A really big, compassionate heart. Beautiful. Inhale, come all the way up. Switch it out. So your right leg is out long. Your left leg comes to your inner thigh. Your left arm reaches out and up and over. So we're taking a side bend over our right leg, reaching to the right side of the room. Feeling really grounded with both of our sit bones here. Breathing deep, imagining gills on the side of our ribs. So we're breathing more space in between each of our ribs. Maybe softening the brow. Bringing softness into this posture, even though we're expanding into it. One more breath. Beautiful. Inhale through center. Turn your chest towards your extended leg. Inhale to a really long spine. And then exhale, forward fold over your leg. So you can always bring a block under your forehead and rest it here to make this really, really restorative. And maybe you find that with a few breaths, you can lower it to a lower setting. But it doesn't matter how deep you go. Just breathe. And send all that nourishing air to all the limbs of your body. Let it be done with love. Beautiful. One more breath here. And come all the way up. Bring that right foot in. We're going to roll over our knees. Take a tabletop towards the back of your mat because we're going to walk our hands forward into melting heart or puppy pose. So keep your legs at a 90-degree angle. This is a really grounding posture. But it can also be really intense. So bring your forehead down to the mat or reach it in that direction. And if this is really intense, walk your hands wider. That is easier on the shoulders, or you can walk them more narrow for a deeper chest and shoulder stretch. So even though this is a big chest stretch, allow it to feel like a hug. Really grounded, really secure here. Use your breath, anchor to your breath. And if you need to come out and then come back in, honor that. Two more big breaths here. Beautiful. Start to walk your hands back to your body. Press into all the fingers and the joints of the fingers. Tuck the toes. Send the hips up and back into downward facing dog. And make it really sweet. Pedal it out here. So explore this posture just to find something that feels really calming and grounding in your body today. So maybe that means pedaling it out, or maybe that means child's pose. But wherever you are, find stillness for 2 breaths. Beautiful. Now with a lot of little steps, make it really slow and grounding. Walk up towards the top of your mat. Beautiful. When you get there, take your feet hips distance apart and ragdoll fold. So grab either elbow. Allow the back of your neck to relax. Bend your knees a lot. See if you can even get your tummy resting on your knees while you pedal your feet out. It's really almost restorative posture. Almost feels like a little inverted self-hug. Beautiful. Option to find stillness for the last 2 breaths here. Nice. Then walk your big toes to kiss. Put the weight in your heels and really slowly, as slow as you can, roll vertebrae by vertebrae all the way up. Inhale your arms up overhead. Look up, create space between your hip bones and your ribs. And exhale, prayer hands to heart. Bring your thumbs into your chest. Feel your heartbeat. Maybe you close down the eyes here, rooted through your feet. You're stable. Let's take an inhale together. Big inhale. And exhale. Inhale the arms up overhead. Look up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift so your neck reaches forward, long spine. And exhale, your left foot steps towards the back of the mat. Plant it really sweetly. Take a moment here in this lunge with your back knee elevated. And then drop the knee, untuck the toe. An option to just stay here. Or you can inhale both your arms up and take a look up towards your fingertips if that serves you. So you're pressing through your feet. You're feeling really rooted and grounded here, solid in your stance. And at the same time, your upper body is reaching up. We're going to bring in a little bit of power here. So tuck the back toe, engage the core, and we're going to lift the back knee, crescent pose. Reaching up towards the sky. Maybe you even offer your heart center skyward. getting into a little bit of a back bend. And then exhale, plant your hands to frame your foot, step your left foot back. And we'll take a nice slow vinyasa. So knees on or off the mat, or you could press right back to downward dog. But exhale, lower through your chaturanga. And inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, bring it back to down dog. Pedal it out if it suits you. We'll be here for just about 4 breaths. So find your grounding. Bring in that breath. Nice. Many slow little steps up to the top of your mat. There's no rush here. Enjoy the journey. We'll take another ragdoll fold. Maybe you find a little bit more space. So feet hips distance apart. You can pedal it out. Or you can grab your calves or ankles and pull it inward. Beautiful. Release and slow, slow, slow like honey. Roll all the way up to standing. When you get there, inhale both arms up, reach up overhead, create space between your ribs and your hip bones. And exhale your hands to heart center. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift, long spine, and on your exhale, step your right foot back in space, really sweetly and quietly touch down. Stay for just a breath in this lunge, shining your chest forward. And then lower the back knee, untuck the back toe. And inhale both arms up. So feeling really solid with your feet rooted into the ground. Feeling like energy is coming through your fingertips, raising you up towards the sky. Deep breaths here, cleansing, healing. And then tuck the back toe. We're going to bring in some power. We're going to lift the back knee, crescent pose. Stay deep. Fingertips reaching towards the sky. One big breath in. And exhale, hands plant, frame the front foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left foot. Lower through your chaturanga or just right back to downward dog. And inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Feel your mat with your fingertips, the mid of your finger, your palm. You feel the texture of your mat. Lift your toes just a little bit and then plant them back down. Feel the texture of the mat with your feet. And then lower your knees onto the mat. We'll take an easy seat to transition. We'll bring our left heel by our right hip and our right heel by our left hip. Stacking knees as best as we can, but what's more important is getting both sit bones firmly on the mat. So inhale to a really long spine here, and maybe you just stay here, stay upright, or maybe you exhale, fold forward over our cow face legs, and relax in. Maybe you offer your palms upwards, so your palms are facing up in an act of receiving. Or maybe you give your arms a little hug, squeeze yourself in. Feeling really supported by the ground. So send ease into your glutes, into your hips. Know that they are safe, they are held by the mat. It's okay to release. Release the tension. Release any gripping that you have. Nice. Slowly, slowly walk up. We're going to switch it out. A fun little move that you can do is to kick your legs out and lean back, and then switch them out. So now your right knee is going to be stacked on top of your left knee, your left knee is going to be stacked on top of your right knee. Both sit bones firmly on the ground. Maybe just take a second upright to recalibrate the hips and to also relax your face, your brow, your jaw. And then on your exhale, fold it forward. Maybe with your hands you take prayer pose. Or you wrap them around your arms, give yourself a nice little squeeze, or offer your palms skyward. Be intentional with how our hands are. Beautiful. Slowly start to walk your hands back towards your body. Release your legs. So bring your feet flat on the floor, and we'll take some windshield wipers with our knees. So drop your knees to the left, to the right, to the left, and to the right. Nice. And then come into an easy seat. And we're going to wrap our right arm all the way around our body and our left arm all the way around our body, giving ourselves a nice little hug. Maybe you even walk your fingertips closer together. Bring your chin to your chest. And just have a lot of compassion with this loving act. Take a big breath in and out. Maybe you bring a little smile to your lips, maybe to your eyes, and then send it right into your heart center and squeeze a little tighter. Know that you are here for yourself, and you can always come back onto your mat and practice and breathe and get grounded and come back into the present moment where you are safe, secure, and loved. One last squeeze. Maybe you even quietly say to yourself, I love myself. I care for myself. I am here for me. And release. Bring prayer hands to your heart. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste, my friends. For more slow and healing classes like this one, check the description. It is so important to come into our practice and reach our hand in and grab the tools in our wellness toolkits to bring us back into balance, to bring us back into a space of love. So it is an honor to practice with you, and I will see you on the mat next time.